2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Houston Rockets. Looking at Houston, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. And last season we saw James Harden take on the role of acting point guard for his team. Even with the switch, he continued to pour in the points. But the real story, the assist, man, why was that move so good?
Well, Harden has always been a ball-dominant point guard, you know. I just think he's an underrated passer, but he's always been a great distributor. Now he's just doing it more. He's trying to average that triple-double.
You know what the funny thing is? When he didn't have the ball and he wasn't playing the point, I think he looked for a shot more. But knowing that it's in his hands every possession allows him the freedom to pass the basketball, and it's helped the Rockets.
Interesting. Now let's go to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We are live in Boston, Massachusetts, the gem of New England, as the Celtics are about to go into this interconference contest right here. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? This is Kevin Harlan along with Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Taking a look at Houston. Looking at the first half of the season, it's been one they've been very proud of. They have a lot of confidence so far.
And they've cemented their status over the course of this season as one of the truly elite teams in the NBA. They've done everything we've expected of them.
Boy, Greg, you talk about everything falling into place. They're playing a formidable brand of basketball. Just fine-tuning now in anticipation of the postseason.
About halfway into the season, Doris, teams are already separating themselves from the pack. What are some of the elements you are looking for right now as you take a look at those top teams and trying to figure out a championship contender?
So you know that line, it's about the economy, stupid. It's about the players, right? You got to have players. You got to have stars. The contending teams always have at least 2 or 3 stars. So let's begin there. The other part is you've got to have the right role players around the stars. Think about the Draymond Greens. Think about the Kevin Loves. Guys in those positions that are in support of maybe the guys who have the ball in their hands. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James. There's got to be an unselfishness, a professionalism, a commitment, all the things that make championships possible on any number of levels.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. The 2 pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. Paul with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Well, this is why you have to respect Al Horford, right? He has an ability to alter shots with that length.
The 9-foot shot The second effort, Irving. And here's Brown outside. It's rebounded by Houston. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A-game.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. And Hayward with the stuff.
Gordon Hayward has an exceptional ability to get out on the break. This guy's a terrific athlete who the defense has trouble staying in front of.
Ball against Irving. Screen by Capella. Harden kicks to Anderson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Hayward outside. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. Horford dishes to Hayward. The kick out to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. And Capella sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Here's Brown, coming off a solid outing against Charlotte, but they'll get another chance. Monroe, the pass to Brown. Back to Monroe. Second shot opportunity. Goes up again. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Mike D'Antoni for just a minute. Said the key to this game is how much they can limit the quality looks inside. He said when you're playing a team like this, you don't stand a chance if you give them easy shots down low. We'll see who wins that battle, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And that one misses.
And you look back to that Big Three era in Boston, you know, the Celtics have not been shy about aggressively trading to reshape this roster. You know, they've made a rapid rebuild that's really the envy of a lot of teams around our league.
Now, Irving is so versatile as a scorer. Outstanding free throw shooter, too.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. And as aggressive as the Celtics have been, Greg, they've also shown patience, haven't they?
Yeah, and in some ways, maybe a victim of their own success. You come out on the winning end of your trades time and again. Other GMs don't want to look bad. They get hesitant, possibly, and don't want to add their name to that list.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
Boston trailing. Now here's Brown. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Irving kicks to Horford. Clock at 6. Here's Monroe. Chris Paul grabs the miss. And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. Two great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Horford.
Boy, pure strength from Hayward. Loves overcoming any challenge a defender might throw his way.
Anderson the screen. Ariza goes in. Here's Capella, and it's sent back by Horford. Moving against Paul. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Chris Paul picks up that one.
You know, Irving isn't just a perimeter player. He's so dynamic inside as a scorer. His strength is savvy, tough to keep the defense on balance.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, you think about the virtuoso ball handlers in NBA history, Kyrie Irving has got to rank at the top of that list. You know, his ability to dissect defenders, get into the lane, that is the foundation of his offensive game.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And the fans get their money's worth watching Irving. My goodness, Doris, he puts on a show.
Oh, he certainly does. He's got every move in the book. A devastating crossover, a little in and out dribble, the hesitation, the spin, the ability to stop on a dime and hit the pull-up. You don't ever know as a defender which way to go.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Harden kicks to Ariza. Another miss by Houston. Boston leading by 3. Here's Irving. Harden with the defensive effort.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
That doesn't go either for Ariza.
Still unable to connect this quarter. Really looks frustrated. Just needs to try and stay calm.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Charlotte.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
No, I completely agree. They completely took the crowd out of it. They were scorching hot from the perimeter all night long.
Now here's Paul. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Irving against Paul. And the shot goes in.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Rockets trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ariza kicks to Paul to halt the run. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense there from Irving.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
And yes, it's good.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Well, they seem to be taking control. There's no doubt about that. Quality shots on every possession with great execution.
Now here's Ariza. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City. Paul against Irving, and they double up Paul. Over Irving, will not go. This is off the front iron.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Brown, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And Gordon Hayward driven to improve his game and carry this team deep into the playoffs.
You have to admire the work habits of Gordon Hayward because he went from a high draft pick to someone who has turned himself into a legitimate all-star. You love his hunger, looking within and saying, how can I be better and lead my team to greatness?
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Rockets.
And they haven't been able to exploit the 3 from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal.
Here's Green. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Johnson outside. Nene, the screen. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, the defense paying no attention at all to him, and all he can do is throw up a brick. Ouch.
Rozier, the pass to Morris. Now here's Tatum. He's guarded by Johnson. Tatum's shot is off.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
They need this one. That one's not going to go. And it's Boston the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Now here's Johnson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. He feeds it to Nene. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Nene's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Houston. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Rozier, defended by Gordon. Morris outside. Here's Rozier. Boston, no good that time either.
Challenging the shot has almost the same effect as blocking it.
No doubt, especially when the shooter knows that a defender is draped all over him. That kind of activity alters shots.
Now here's Green. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Tatum. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Rockets trail by 11. Screen by Baamute. Nene kicks to Johnson. Feeds it to Gordon. There's the triple. Cans it from downtown. Gordon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Now, Joe Johnson has proven he will find his guys if they're open.
Smart kicks to Baines. Morris outside. Makes it off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 10.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
Here's Nene. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. Nene, the screen for 3. Gordon. Rebounded by the Celtics. Puts up a 3. Joe Johnson pulls it in.
And you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
And so it's Boston with it after Eric Gordon's miss. Here's Morris. It's tipped. Outside Gordon. To the middle. Here's Green. They get it again. Baines with the block. And they get it back. Gordon kicks to Johnson. Nene outside. Nene setting the pick for Gordon. Shot clock at 6. And another shot. That shot misses. Now Boston takes it the other way.
Well, the three-pointer, right? A much more significant piece of the Celtics offense. They went from middle of the pack to top 3 in makes from deep last year. Boy, hitting for good percentage here in the first quarter. He's doing what he can to get his team off on the right foot.
Screen by Baamute. Gordon dishes to Nene. And it's good, 2 points. Nene's got his second basket of the game. And for the Celtics last season, their three-point attempts up by almost a third. At the same time, improve their percentage.
Well, this is an organization that reflects the way the league is going. They are especially dead from the corners with those threes, and that really elevated their offense.
Here's Rozier following the basket by Nene. The Celtics have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Rozier. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Eric Gordon on the wing. Back to Johnson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
No, Johnson isn't just an outside shooter. This guy is a versatile, talented scorer in the paint.
Here's Rozier. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Now Smart. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
So on the floor for Houston. Gordon out there with Gerald Green. Then it's Mbamute. Then there's Nene. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Gordon. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Johnson kicks to Nene. He dishes it to Mbamute. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Gordon. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Passes it to Tatum. Mbamute pulls it in. Rockets trail by 11. The drive by Green. Left side, Gordon. Gordon with another miss.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
They set the screen. Rozier the pass to Tatum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Mbamute. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum plays with a lot of confidence. He feels like he can take on anyone and already proving to be a great leader at his age.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Al Horford is checked in for Aaron Baines. Hayward comes in for Smart. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. He hits both from the stripe.
And one thing that is quite clear with the Rockets in terms of their approach is their shot selection. They prefer easy layups or threes. Very rarely will you see them play that in-between game.
Here's Tatum. Second chance shot. No good that time. Good work defensively by Capella.
Well, obviously, it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now, here is Irving. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. That one falls. And that shot selection, a systematic approach by the whole Houston organization. Greg, is a team, they actually took less mid-range jump shots than DeMar DeRozan did individually last season.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I mean, the approach Houston has made successful the last few seasons, that they are 100% committed to not taking mid-range shots if they can help it.
Nice ball movement by Boston. For three, Hayward. James Harden with the rebound. Rockets trail by 13. Here's Ariza. And Tatum pulls it down.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Here's Irving. Good work defensively by Capella. In the corner, Harden. Off target from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Irving. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Irving's got 10 points in the game. Timeout called the Rockets.
And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I got to believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Tatum.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Monroe, no good. Rockets trail by 13. That's a 2 from Paul. The rebound by the Celtics. Hayward's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I'll tell you, that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
Horford dishes to Irving. Monroe outside. Inside, Hayward. An easy layup after coming off the pick. 6 points for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Screen by Capella. Brown against Harden. Second chance shot. And Capella with the layup. Capella's got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
Here's Irving. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And Kyrie Irving, a good playmaker. But he looks to score first, wouldn't you say, Doris?
Well, I think, Kevin, you can see with his tremendous skill level, playmaking is an area where he can be even more dynamic.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Doris, who are some of the guys that surprise you with their toughness on a nightly basis in the NBA?
You know, you have to think historically, pound for pound in the history of the NBA, the toughest single guy was Allen Iverson. For me, the current iteration, and I'm not saying that Isaiah Thomas is Allen Iverson, they're drastically different players because Isaiah doesn't have that kind of athleticism that AI had early. But Isaiah at 5'9", to continually find his way into the paint, to be willing to attack the bigs, to absorb the kind of pounding he does, and get himself into the MVP conversation, Kevin, really, that was incredible.
LeBron probably takes, for a guy his size, you think he can dish it out, but I'm telling you, I think he gets whacked all the time.
I think, Kevin, this is the single hardest guy in the NBA to officiate today, and frankly, I do not believe LeBron James goes to the foul line as much as he deserves.
Well said. Good. And the Celtics lead by 15.
Oh, how about Jaylen Brown showing us his touch down low, skilled at getting high percentage shots in the paint.
Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Paul kicks to Harden. Back to Paul. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Horford against Anderson. Hayward passes to Monroe. Outside Irving. Horford with the screen on Paul. Horford has a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 6 points for Horford.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Anderson the screen. Brown against Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Out to Hayward. Takes a three. It's stolen by Ariza. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Here's Anderson. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his third rebound on the night. Hayward on the wing. Fires the three. They get it back. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And last year, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA, the Houston Rockets.
And remember, absent Dwight Howard, a lot of people thought maybe they're going to take a step back. And in the year where several other super teams in the league kind of took a step forward, the Rockets were able to hold their own. The team has a system that works, and they have bought into it. And top to bottom, they've been making smart decisions.
Here is Harden after the made shot from Greg Monroe. Off the pick. Harden's shot is off.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
And here is Irving. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Rockets trail by 19. Harden kicks to Capella. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Brad Stevens started his own preseason coaching summit in Boston. This guy is clearly dedicated to his craft. He's dedicated to learning from his peers. He is always watching games from every different angle to try to learn.
Two.
First free throw is good. And rumor has it Brad Stevens used to keep a pad of paper for every TV in the house to sketch plays that he saw in games.
Well, those were the old days. Now he can just text an assistant with the game and timestamp, and then he reviews a marathon edit of plays for things he can use. Oh, the beauty of technology.
He hits both from the stripe. Celtics leading by 17. Irving kicks to Hayward. Horford high post, working on Anderson. Horford no luck. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Harden against Brown. And taken away by Brown. Irving kicks to Brown. From the arc, and Irving gets it to go on the assist by Brown. And that's now 17 points for Kyrie Irving. Lob pass to Capella.
Just finding the open man. Few who have ever played this game have Paul's vision.
Hayward on the wing. Anderson against Horford. Irving dishes to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hayward. And the shot goes down. Hayward's got 8 points.
Well, Hayward goes right up with the shot inside. Fantastic confidence in the paint.
Rockets trail by 20. Paul outside. Over Irving. Paul with the bucket.
I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
On the wing, Irving. Defended by Paul. Irving kicks to Hayward. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Good work defensively by Harden. Rocket shooting just 31% in the game. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
And one of the surprise moves of this past offseason was Chris Paul moving to Houston, joining James Harden to become one of the strongest backcourts in our league. Kicked off a feeling that Houston would be a force this season.
Some changes for Boston. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Marcus Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Celtics leading by 16. And you know, Greg, many thought that Chris Paul may take a look at San Antonio, and he did, but Houston was too enticing a chance to pass up.
It's certainly a distinctive third chapter in Paul's career. He's always been criticized for not going deep in the playoffs, and you saw Houston as maybe his best bet to make a deep run. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
There's Brown with the 3. The shot misses. Rockets trail by 16 from about 19 feet. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. Here's Smart. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Now the dish to Baines. Pass to Rozier. Brown against Johnson. Monroe wide open. Offline with his 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Gordon, the pass to Nene. Back to Gordon. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Nene. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. Number 5 is Greg Monroe.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
That's good from Nene.
Listen, we all know a healthy, motivated Nene is an elite player at both ends.
And he makes both free throws.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
They set the screen. Screen by Monroe. Here's Rozier. Brown wide open. He fires. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. On the wing, Green. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Screen by Monroe. Here's Brown. Basket made. That's his third of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
Well, Jaylen Brown making it look easy right now. How about the strength in the post? It was like the defense wasn't even there, Kevin.
Now here's Green. He has 5. The shot's good. Green's got his third basket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Monroe with a screen on Gordon. Here's Rozier. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Now here's Mbamute. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Off the pick. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Look, Gortat anticipating where that would miss, comes away with the board and the follow-up bucket.
That'll do it for the first half. Celtics lead by 9. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 17 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
I thought Kyrie Irving made the biggest impact for them in the first half. In today's NBA, you want scoring from the point guard position, Ernie. Irving provides instant offense.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, he certainly put the defense in a tough spot in that half. Forces the issue, draws the contact time and time again.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Celtics leading by 9.
And you look at this Celtics roster, a bevy of long, athletic wing players. They seem to be taking a cue from teams like the Warriors, who have found success with defensive switching and positionless basketball.
Brown and Hayward out on the perimeter. Horford is out there with Monroe. And it's Irving at the 1. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. For the finish, and finished off by Horford.
Well, boy, I'll tell you, sprinting the floor, a dangerous threat when he's in space. Al Horford makes it look easy.
Rockets trail by 11.
And the Celtics, as you see, are stockpiling wing forwards. Brown, Tatum, Hayward, and we're seeing those guys lining up at the 2, 3, and 4. It gives Brad Stevens tremendous roster versatility. A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Ariza, looking for his first basket still in this one. Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Horford. Back to Irving. 90 seconds now into the second half. Pick by Horford. 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by Houston.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Boston leading by 13. And here's Brown outside. Ariza with the rebound. Rockets shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Over in the corner, Paul. Back to Ariza. And Ariza with the stuff.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment.
Yeah, that's what you want from Irving. He's a point guard who is always looking to distribute the rock.
Rockets trail by 13. Harden sets the pick for Paul. Harden outside and stolen by Horford. Here's Irving. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. That one drops for him. And it's 6 points for James Harden.
And you got to enjoy watching Harden down low, doing whatever he wants in the paint.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Irving. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Timeout called the Rockets. Doris, in your playing days, you were known as a tough and gritty point guard. When you think about great floor generals, guys that play that same position in the NBA and in NBA history, who are some that really stand out to you?
Well, I mean, if we go back to the throwback days, one of the guys I enjoyed watching was Nate Archibald. He was the consummate point guard, but he could also score the basketball. Mo Cheeks was a personal favorite. Again, he played on the Sixers, which was close to where I grew up. You know, today's iteration of the point guard takes so many different shapes and forms, right?
Well
Think
said,
about how many great... We're in the golden age. Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Steph Curry. They all go about their job differently. All of them are effective, and it's been a blast to watch them.
And they come in different forms. We even have James Harden now, a taller point guard, who's kind of changed his role as his career has gone on.
Maybe his best position and maybe best suited to play the offense that Mike D'Antoni wants. It's really been incredible.
It is. For Boston, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
One shot. One shot.
And that one falls for Tatum. Rockets trail by 16. Harden outside. Kicks to Ariza. Harden right side. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
And the Celtics free throw attempt differential, one thing to work on. Their opponents average about 2 more free throw attempts per game.
Right. Fortunately for the Celtics, though, they might not take a ton of free throws, but they shot an excellent percentage. So that gap in free throws made significantly smaller because of their quality shooting.
And surprisingly, a firm throwdown. And that's a little bit out of character, Kevin.
It is, Greg. You're right. He's got plenty of size to attack the basket, but rarely does.
Well, he found an opening he liked that time and took full advantage of what the defense gave him.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Chris Paul. Hayward, good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
The three from Harden drains the three-pointer. Harden's got 11 points.
And with Harden, it's pick your poison. Not only a tenacious penetrator, but also a consistent threat from three-point.
Irving double team. Stolen by Harden. Fires from deep. Second shot opportunity, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Celtics second.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
2 shots.
That's good from Capella. Doors one trend we've seen in the league, an emphasis on getting back defensively rather than pounding the offensive glass. I think of San Antonio a little bit when I think about that. Why is that, you think?
You know, I don't know if this is something cyclical and we'll eventually see teams emphasize getting to the offensive glass as a means to help them win. But one of the most dangerous aspects of the NBA right now is transition 3 opportunities. We're not even seeing teams get back to the hoop and build their defense out. At this point, they're sprinting to the three-point line and then building back toward the hoop. So a drastic difference. We'll see if it changes at any point.
Now here is Horford. 12 points for him. Shoots over Capella, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
I'll tell you, it takes a lot to knock Al Horford off balance. He is incredible at keeping his concentration through contact.
Anderson against Morris. There's the 3, and there's Ryan Anderson on the assist by Harden. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight. Hayward can hit.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Now Irving, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Picked by Horford. Irving dishes to Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
Boy, don't touch Al Horford. You might get burned. This guy's just making shot after shot.
Lob pass to Capella. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Irving with a clean look. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 22 points for Kyrie Irving.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Picked by Horford. Here's Irving. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Paul kicks to Anderson, and the shot goes in.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Well, Ryan Anderson, a terrific deep threat in stretch 4.
And I remember last season when he told reporters that a heckler yelled out at him, "Hey, Ryan, you look like a math teacher." And you know, we've heard a lot of these off-the-wall heckles before. But the irony is it's oftentimes the strange ones that tend to stick with you more. And that's an example of it right there.
Free throw, good, Anderson.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Boston leading by 9. Smart with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Rozier kicks to Baines. And count it from 19 feet away. The Rockets have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. That's tipped. Tatum passes to Rozier. He can't get it to go. Gordon with the defensive effort. Dishes to Johnson. And there's the pass to Anderson. Back to Johnson. Green, the screen. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebound Boston. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Smart. Offensive rebound. Tatum. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Johnson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
There are two things, guys, as you know, that age gracefully in the NBA, and that's size and shooting. No coincidence that Joe Johnson remains a very effective player, even as he enters his mid-30s.
And in his 16th NBA season, Joe Johnson, Doris, experiencing life as a reserve for the first time.
And what a luxury, bringing a player of his caliber off the bench. This guy's so well-rounded. We know he's a great shooter, but he's willing to defend, to rebound, and he can make quality passes. So much to like about this guy's game.
That free throw, no good.
Well, we know Joe Johnson is a multi-time All-Star, and though his role has changed, he's still got that gorgeous jumper, Kev.
And Mbah-a-Moute's checked in for Houston. And he sinks the second. Doris, you ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to play professionally. But sure, of course I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun to watch. Out left to the wing. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And I really like how fast Tatum gets off the ground. You know, at 6'8", dunking comes easily, but he's got that forceful mind to pursue the ball.
And here are the Rockets now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Johnson kicks to Nene. The feed to Gordon. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way in. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Rozier, the pass to Tatum. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Johnson. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Outside, Green. From downtown. Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got his third rebound tonight. Celtics leading by 10. 1:49 left to play in the third. Here's Rozier. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Monroe comes in for Marcus Morris. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Tatum. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Outside Gordon. Pass to Mbah-a-Moute. Back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up from the top of the key, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Well, you love the confidence and self-control that Joe Johnson plays with him. Defender in his grill, no problem.
Rozier kicks to Smart. He feeds it to Brown. It's stolen by Johnson. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Johnson drops them both. Celtics leading by 9. Now here's Smart. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
And so here is Houston.
Kick it out, kick it out.
Johnson outside. Outside, Green. The Rockets with another miss.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. Rockets trail by 10. Outside Gordon. He kicks it to Johnson. And good that time. Johnson's got 9 points here in the second half.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Rozier kicks to Monroe. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
I'll tell you guys, what a delivery on that lead pass. He puts it right where his teammate can go get it.
Brown against Johnson. Nene, the screen. Johnson kicks to Gordon. Off the mark. And so it's the Boston Celtics going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. And here are the Rockets now, trailing by 10. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets, they've got Nene, Luke Mbamute out there with Johnson. Then there's Gordon, and it's Green in at the 2.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
You know, you have to be an absolutely tireless worker to rack up 20-plus boards.
Johnson with it. Picked up by Brown. Johnson against Brown. Feeds it to Green. Puts up a three. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Here's Rozier. Ball's knocked loose. And it's the Rockets on the break. Johnson's got the ball. Up again.
What instincts this guy has on the glass. Has a real knack for getting in tight and always being ready for the tip.
Rozier, the pass to Monroe. Here's Rozier. Here's Baines. Pass to Rozier. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Al Horford is checked in for Aaron Baines. And then for Houston, Reza comes in for Joe Johnson. And James Harden subbed in for Green. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Rockets trail by 6. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Smart. Right side, Gordon. He dishes it to Ariza. Nene, the screen. Clock at 4. Ariza no look.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
The screen from Brown. Horford kicks to Rozier. Brown outside. Here's the 3. That shot off the mark. And Houston the other way now. Outside Gordon. Harden outside. And Baamute dishes to Harden. And stolen by Horford. Here's Rozier. Brown outside. Back to Monroe. Pass to Rozier. Here's Horford. And Baamute pulls it in. And Baamute's got his 6th rebound on the night. Lets it fly. Another miss by Harden. Celtics leading by 6. Fires at the elbow. And it's Brown missing.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
Gordon kicks to Harden. Here's the floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Harden's got 12 points here in the second half.
You know, he clearly made adjustments at halftime. Smooth offense right now.
Horford with the screen on Harden. Smart kicks to Rozier. Here's Horford. Good on the 3-point shot. Horford's got 19 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Smart. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Terry Rozier. The Rockets also changing it up. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Anderson comes in for Mbamute. And it's Paul in for Eric Gordon. Al Paul, screen by Capella. Harden up top. He's covered by Brown. Anderson can't get it to go. Boston leading by 7. Brown with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Brown the pass to Hayward. No good with the triple. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Harden can't hit.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
So tempting to fall for that pump fake. Gordon Hayward phenomenal at getting them to bite on it.
The free throw drops by Hayward.
Well, I think anyone with as polished an offensive skill set as Gordon Hayward is going to be a top option for the offense.
That one misses. Rockets trail by 8. In the corner, Harden. Harden missing again.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Irving. Buries it down low. Irving's got 24.
You have to find a way to contest Kyrie at the rim. I know it's hard because he finishes with either hand, but you've got to check him.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
They set the pick. Anderson with the screen for Ariza. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
And Ariza no good on that one. Boston leading by 8. There's the dish to Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, this is what you hope for from your franchise guy. Total unselfishness. Gordon Hayward with a pretty look.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Harden dishes to Paul. Here's Capella. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And really an alert play on the glass there to get that second chance opportunity. He's having one of those games that we've really grown accustomed to seeing him put forth.
Yeah, he's back-to-back games like this. He is on a tear, competing with every ounce of energy he's got.
No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's 2.
Hayward against Ariza. Kicks to Anderson. Over Horford, and it's sent back by Horford.
How about the timing by Al Horford? Twice on the pipes, sends it back.
Off the inbound. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
You know, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
Irving kicks to Horford. Back to Irving. Dishes it to Monroe. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First free throw is good. And so Monroe nails both of them. Here is Harden. And the pass to Ariza. Anderson the screen. Ariza passes to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Connects from 3-point range. Harden's got 19 points.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Here's Hayward. It's rebounded by Houston. Anderson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the wide-open shot from Paul. Rebound, Boston. Monroe's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after Brown. And the rejection by Harden. Paul outside. Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Capella. There's the pick. Now the feed to Harden. Back to Capella. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Ouch, that's a waste of possession. Got to shake it off and forget it happened, guys.
Celtics leading by 7. Screen by Monroe. Hayward against Ariza. It's Brown on the wing. Harden with the defensive effort. Houston's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Hayward against Ariza. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, they're having a tough time containing Harden here tonight. No surprise there.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well we got the point across.
Now, here is Irving. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Irving's got 26 points.
Yeah, when Kyrie is heating up like he is here, it is must-see TV. The show is on.
Harden outside. Paul outside. Anderson with the screen for Paul. Shoots over Monroe, and that one goes long. Celtics leading by 7. Here's Hayward. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And that's 13 points for Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Anderson can't get it to go.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Right. I mean, that's solid defense. At the very least, you like seeing them muck it up and make things difficult.
Now, here's Irving. To the middle. And Capella sends it back. Ariza against Hayward. Ariza dishes to Harden. That one good for 2. 23 points in the game.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Down low. Irving passes to Horford. Screen by Monroe. Irving attacking. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
They're just so smooth. Kyrie Irving identifying the opening and then letting it rip.
Harden outside. Over Smart. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Boston leading by 9. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. From deep. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding Harden, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Harden's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Here's Irving. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 9-point ball game here. Houston's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Capella with a screen on Irving. Hayward against Ariza. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Stolen by Harden. Shoots over Brown, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Monroe outside. Brown kicks to Irving. Back to Brown. Looking to get it going. The rebound by Anderson.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
And here is Irving. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Gordon Hayward. Gordon, great effort for you guys tonight, and you get the win.
We did. We guarded extremely well. All-around effort by everybody. Great game. I thought we really moved the ball. Great win.
Excellent inside-out defense, Gordon. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.